Good morning and thank you. We have finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. How to get 1,000 subscribers in 5 years? Well, spend the first 4.5 years not posting regularly. To grow your channel, you have to post at least weekly. And that was advice from my son. Thanks, Colin. Posting weekly, and here we are at 1,000 subscribers. I'm still on my desktop. I haven't yet been approved to go back to working on my mobile. I kind of like that for doing these training sessions. It's easy to move that phone around, but that's okay. We're going to go from the desktop instead. You can see the area where I'm going to train. I'm going to move that mirror a little bit. That light's probably a little bit too bright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Today, we're going to do the Bodyweight 1000. Woo! You don't have to do all 1,000 reps, but I want to do it in celebration of the fact that we now have 1,000 subscribers on this channel. As of this morning, 1,040, which is really cool. Here is my thank you to Lucienne. I'm just going to say Lucienne's first name, but Lucienne was the 1,000th subscriber on the Sugar Freedom channel, and I am so grateful. But let's get to the training. This Bodyweight 1000, the warm-up is built into it because it starts with stick-ups and some air squats. Well, you'll see. Let's go ahead and get going and get into the training. I'm going to go ahead and scoot Natasha out of the way. Here we go, scooting Natasha out of the way. In the office chair, off she goes. Whoops. Okay, yeah, you can see me, glasses off. I'm going to turn this off. There we go, that's too much glare. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, we're going to go ahead and I wanted this open. I don't know if you can see the lilacs out there. Very pretty. We're going to shut that down. Most important thing about this is that you can see what I'm doing. There's the back, there's the front. Get some more light on the front. So long as you can see the movement, still a work in progress, working on getting better at my lighting and all that stuff. I had been streaming from my phone, from my iPhone for a long time, and everything was set up for that in that corner. And now my desktop is in this corner. No more excuses. Let's get on with the training, shall we? All right. Oh, music. Yes. All right. Oh. So here's my phone, which I usually stream from, but using my desktop so I can use my phone with music. And this music is the free music that I got off of YouTube. No copyright worries. They offer it to us free. So I'm going to use this. We have to follow those copyright rules, correct? So that we stay live and I can keep coming to you and bringing you training sessions and recipes and cooking and all of that. So this music is from YouTube. We can use it. I'm going to have it over here so it's not too loud. Obviously, you can use whatever you want to that inspires you in your training. Most important thing is that you know what the movements are and that you can do them safely and properly. This is intense. Talk to your doctor if you are just starting an exercise program. You do that for me? If you have issues with your knee or your back, shoulders, anything like that, you might want to book a session with a physical therapist, go through everything, just make sure that you're doing stuff all right, and then you can be feeling confident that you're using good technique and you're not going to hurt yourself on your own. Education and entertainment, let's train, let's start some music. There we go. All right. Oh, it's also my birthday. 1,000 subscribers. Birthday training, Bodyweight 1000, starting my year, I always call my birthday my new year, the right way. And here we go. 20 reps. That's 10. 15. Zipping up the abs. And 20. Nice, easy squats. I'm just going to take these right here. So I'm warming up my squat. Not going really low. Abs tight. Squeezing the legs. $15. And 20. Next exercise, starting to move a little bit more, total body extension. See how we get the whole body moving. We got 4 more rounds after this. Nice, into that warm up. Alternating side lunge. Keeping this nice and easy. 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, air swing. This is the Bodyweight 1000, so no kettlebell. If you wanted to make this round more intense, add a kettlebell. Two more. Push up. So doing this Bodyweight 1000, you would end up with 100 push-ups in this round. Pretty intense, right? So I'm going to do these elevated, and I'm going to rotate in some other exercises in the next 4 rounds. You'll see. Shoulders down, abs tight. Five more. All right. Next exercise, skaters. 2, 4, 6, 10. 20. Mountain climbers, down we go. 2, 4, 6. And 20. Bent over row, body weight. You are welcome to do this with dumbbells. $18, $20. Jumping jack. Here we go. You can do this as a side step. If you are not a jumper, certainly go with side step instead. Nice and warm, ready to roll. Taking about 20 to 30 seconds between rounds. In the next set, I'm going to do a rocking plank. Actually, I'm going to do a straight plank instead of the push-up. And then bend over row, you're going to go ahead and do a reverse fly instead. So many body weight exercises that we can do to get strong and fit without any equipment. Just you, a plan, and some music, and away you can go. And of course, some water. Got my smiley glass. All right, let's go into the next round. Stick-ups. So what we want to do with the easier exercises is really focus on that excellent posture, good form. There's 10. 13, 14. Oh, I forgot to mark it down. Mark it so you know when you're done with 5 rounds. All right. Now we're going to make this one a prisoner squat, a little different. Second round, seeing if I can get a little lower. Keeping those abs in. The entire core engaged. Feeling good. Got a good song here. A little funky. It's called Mirror, Mirror. Oh, how appropriate. Next exercise, alternating side lunge. Couple ways you can do these. I'm going to take these low and slow for this round. 6, 8, 10, 14, 20, right there. Air swings. Speed it up a little. As long as I can keep my abs engaged, I can speed up. Now, instead of a push-up, I'm going to go into a conventional extended plank, counting to 20. 10. 16. And 20. Up we go. Into that skater hop. Whoops. Watch out for that. Probably did some extras there. That's okay. So now, mountain climber. Let's do it. 4, 6. We did it. Now, reverse fly. 16. And your jumping jack. Let me get on the mat. There we go. Some water. Mark it down. 2 rounds, 400 reps. Pretty impressive just there. Depending on how much time you have, you might just want to come in, do a single round, do 2 rounds. Completions are important. When you complete something, you get that hit of dopamine. I like to say, done is fun. So you can come in, commit to 1 round, commit to 2 rounds, or like me, commit to the entire body weight 1,000. All right, let's do it again. Here we go. Stick ups. You'll notice this first exercise allows me to continue to recover somewhat. By the time I get to the total body extension, I'm completely recovered from the previous round. There we go. Get the beat. Right into, let's do a different position for the squat. I'm going to have my arms crossed and elevated. Really like this tempo. $18, $20. Nice. Next exercise, alternating side lunge. I'm going to add a little plyometrics to this. So I'm going to do, there's going to be a light lifting to this. Here we go. And notice that I let my hands go. A little bit more challenging than supported with the hands on the thighs. $18, $20. Oh, a little bit funky. Air swing. I'm not using a bell, so I can go nice and quick. You don't have to go this quick. $20. All right. So now, you can go back to push-ups, but I'm going to do a rocking plank. I like to lace my fingers, go forward and back. 2. Abs tight. 8. Oh, it's small, but powerful. Skaters. Here we go. Oh yeah. Woo! Mountain climber. 2, 4, 12, 20. All right. Let me show you. So this is where we go back to our arms. Double tricep. extension. More good exercises. Really work it. Squeeze the body. Squeeze the triceps. 14, 16, 18, 20. Starting to get flushed. Blood and oxygen getting to these areas. Jumping jack. 10. Mark it down. If you're like me, you will discover as you get more experienced, you'll start to feel better and better as you get through the rounds. Even though my heart is pounding and my breath is coming faster, starting to feel really good. The reason why is that this session isn't too easy, it isn't too hard, it's just right to make me feel invigorated. And I hope that you'll feel the same way. Getting into our fourth round, hard to believe, we're more than halfway through. We've done 600 reps. All right, let's get into that stick up. All right, focusing on that excellent form, open up and pull. You can add a pulling motion with your hands if you want, or simply imagine that you're pulling down on cables. So good for the back and the posture. So good for the whole body. All right, let's do a different squat. This is a Y squat. You will find in the Y squat that you want to bow forward. I am resisting that forward bow, creating a strong, positive contraction in my back. That wonderful, tight, strong torso. This is probably one of the hardest air squats because you have to work against that tendency for more to bow forward. Yeah, I can squat a pretty good amount of weight. I've been doing squats for years, but it's still challenging because of adding that upper body position. Alternating side lunge. So the last one, I did kind of plyometric, and I let my arms come off of my thighs. Now, I'm gonna take it low and slow. Experiment with both methods. You will find they are uniquely challenging. This one is not necessarily easier than the other. And 20. Into the air swings. As we get into round 4, this is when it becomes a challenge for me. Give yourself permission to rest whenever you need to. Going back into the plank, forearm plank. Neutral spine. Abs tight, glutes tight. And coming up. Notice the up, down,
alternating up on my feet, down on the floor, alternating upper body, lower body, and total body movements. 10, 14, 16. Whew. All right. Let's go back into the bent over row. Let's get into position here. Training the back. 16, 18, 20. Final exercise of the fourth round. Pulling in the abs, squeezing the glutes, pulling up to protect my knees. Remember, this exercise is excellent if you don't choose to jump. There we have it. Second to the last round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting ready for 5. A few years back, I took a workshop with Martin Rooney, who created Training for Warriors. He had a wonderful saying that I continue to use. Last round, best round. I'm recovering, letting my heart rate come back to baseline. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the final round of the Bodyweight 1000. Once this is done, I'm going to put in the notes the exercises and the reps. Understand that you can do from 1 to 5, but one piece of advice I will give you is about completions. Done is fun. When you come into your session, decide how much time you have, decide what you're going to commit to, and say, all right, I'm going to commit to 1 round, and at that point, I'm done. If I choose, because it's fun, I can go ahead and do more. That's the self-talk that I want. Self-talk is so important in training. You want to keep that excellent form. And I want you to commit to yourself that you're not going to do reps just for the sake of doing reps, even though this is the Bodyweight 1000. You can do a lot if you want to as a challenge, but don't do them just for the sake of doing the reps. Commit to form, rest in between rounds, and when you're ready, get back and do your final round. Whatever you choose. 1, 3, 5, it's up to you. Let's go. One more sip of water. This is the last round. Let's have fun with it. Most important thing is zip up those abs. I want a 360-degree contraction all the way around your torso. External obliques, internal obliques, rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, spinal erectors. All in, all tight. And then, once you've got that perfect posture, go. Have fun, but keep it tight. 8. 16. And 20. Let's go into those squats. This is really my favorite, this nice lifted squat. Music is a little bit fast for me to follow it and get all the way down into my squat. Because this is an air squat, really looking toward getting as low as my body wants to go, and then driving up, engaging the inner thighs, engaging the quads to get up. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. I love a TBE. Back to fun. Something about the total body extension. Pull those abs in as you press the arms down. Gives you a lovely core contraction. Yeah. Counts. If you count like a dancer, if you count in eights, you can do 3 counts of 8, which is 16, and then add 4 more. Alternating side lunge. Or you can count it in 2s. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, my legs are getting tired. 16, which is good. 18, 20. Resetting the posture. All right. Back into plank. 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 16, 1,000. Oh, 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 feels so good. Here we go, skaters. Getting off the mat to do these. 10, 16, 18, 20. Mountain climber. 10. 20. Yes, it's getting challenging. Reverse fly. Last round, best round. 10, 12, work it. 14. Last exercise. Bringing it home. Everything tight. Backing up. We did it. I did it. You did it. All together. Remember, check with your doctor before starting a new exercise routine. I'm going to turn this off. Or at least turn it way down. Wow, that feels good. Taking, putting in a couple of total body stretches. Flat back, release the head, roll up. Again, flat back, release the head, roll up. Last time, gonna gently stay down. Knees are bent. Whew. My knees are soft here. Hands to the thighs. And roll up. Whoa! There you have it. So grateful to everyone, all of you, the 1,000 subscribers, the 1,040 subscribers. Thank you so much for sharing your attention with me. Your attention is a gift. It is so valuable. As an actor, a singer, dancer, and choreographer, the gift of your attention is what I want when I perform. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the music off. Whew. Oh, any other creators? Of course, you can use this music. Just gonna tell you what it is. Whew. So this one is Beach Disco from the YouTube audio library. So we had Away, Fine Line, Lightning Bugs, Mirror Mirror, Sky Skating, and Beach Disco. And Beach Disco is by Dougie Wood. So grateful to all of the YouTube music creators who create this music and put it up for us to use. Really appreciate having something that we can use to keep the beat. Drink your water. As you know, I am the Sugar Freedom woman. You're Sugar Freedom fans. People ask, how do I get off sugar? And you eat something else because you allow yourself to eat enough of the nourishing, satisfying foods so that you don't have to crave sugar and reach for it. The way I break down Sugar Freedom, and thank you, those of you who have gone to sugarfreedom.com and purchased the program, incredibly grateful to you too. It's been out for 5 years now, kind of hard to believe. But I continue to commit to this breakdown that when you're doing the sugar strike, you're getting rid of all sugar, all grains, all vegetable and seed oils. And then during the sugar strike, you're also leaving aside fruit. Taking 3 days, getting into, because about 20 grams of carbohydrate per day, the goal is to get us into nutritional ketosis. And keto has just blown up. It's so popular now, which in many ways is good because you've got lots of different people with lots of different tips. One thing I will mention though, is that during these 5 years, I don't use any shakes. I don't use any supplements. For a while, I was taking a supplement for my nails, and they're growing again. I believe it's MSM, but don't quote me on that. I do not recommend or promote any supplements. I don't recommend or promote any shakes. I eat food that I can get at the grocery store or the farmer's market. And there's another really good tip. My farmer's market, we live in an area with agriculture. And so my farmer's market has all of the above ground vegetables that I eat, the in-season fruits that I occasionally eat, and then also local meat. So we have, local beef, pork, lamb, eggs, all of those things. So one could conceivably, when the farmer's market is open, and ours opens in May, you could conceivably get all of your food from the farmer's market. You could do a farmer's market program, and none of it packaged, none of it bagged. When we go to our farmer's market, everything is out in the bins and you select it, and very often you bring your own bags. I know I do. Of course, the meat is going to be brought, it is going to be, they butcher it and they package it. So that is going to be in some kind of package, but it's not going to be in a big box or in a ton of packaging that you have to throw away. So that's one of the concepts that you could have, is if you're thinking about what is keto, what is your freedom food, would this be available at a farmer's market? And I'm not talking about, the coffee wagon that they set up there that has all of the muffins and the pastries and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the things that came out of the ground or were on the hoof. Are those things available? And that's what I'm going to be eating. Once again, if you have Sugar Freedom, thank you. Whether you have it or not, the breakdown for the first 3 days is like this: a maximum of 30 grams total of carbohydrate. So that might be a big salad and 2 servings of cooked vegetable, or it might be 2 moderate salads and 2 servings of cooked vegetables. I have gotten to the point where I'm pretty much satisfied with 2 meals a day. I'm really not interested in that third meal. So if you're having 2 meals, you could have perhaps, the salad would be at one meal and then the vegetables would be at another meal, or you can break it up between the two. If you're doing a conventional, if you're doing a conventional 3 meals a day, you could have, let's say, a spinach and mushroom omelet in the morning. So there would be protein, fat, and your first serving of cooked vegetable. You could have a big salad with another source of protein and fat at lunch, which could be salmon and olive oil in your salad dressing. And then at dinner, you would have that third vegetable with your dinner. And if you like a larger dinner, you could split up the salad, have some at dinner, some at lunch. But if you like, I have always found that for me, the midday meal, if that is a substantial meal, that works beautifully for me. And so I'm going to be quite frank with you, because I really think we need more honesty among people who have overcome obesity, talking about what we actually do. And in general, what I actually do is I have a substantial breakfast, a big lunch, trying to have it, around between 12:30 and 2. And then I usually don't eat dinner. And a lot of that came from working in the theater. When you're working as a musical theater performer, the last thing you want to do is eat a big meal just an hour before you go on. And you don't want to eat a big meal after you go on, although I know a lot of young performers do that. So very often this just happens naturally as a theater performer, that you're having 2 meals a day, doing the show, and then going on home and heading to bed, taking care of your body. I hope that those tips were helpful. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I am going to commit to doing this routine on a conventional camera, creating the routine, uploading it here, and so that it's more of a little bit more polished, and the lighting's a little bit better. But this is basically so I can get this out to you this morning, so you have a training session to do to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, my birthday, and celebrate yourself. Remember, done is fun. Have fun with it. Form over volume, and you'll do just fine. See you back here next week, next Monday, for another live training session with me, the Freedom Woman, Catherine Gordon. Like, subscribe, share. See you soon. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Hello. I can really see now. And I'm going to hit the end stream.